and girls, it's Mrs. Churchman, and today I'm going to teach you how to do some things with your lower body. Those are called motor skills, and I'm going to teach you how to throw an object. That is called a manipulative skill. So I'm going to put my mask down. We're going to get right into it. Remember, we're all tiger strong, so we want to use our bodies, using our brains, but use our bodies at the same time. All right, so our objective today is to hop, jump, leap with control, and then also throw an object underhand with accuracy. So let me tell you what the difference between hopping, jumping, and leaping is. Hopping is when you're on one foot. So you can hop in a straight line. I'm in control. If I get tired, I can switch feet. Hop on to the other one. I could also hop back and forth. I could hop around things. I could set up a little course, maybe in your house or your apartment. You could hop around your dining room table, set up a course. So hopping is one foot. You want to be balanced. You don't want to be falling over. That's hopping. Jumping is when you're on 2 feet. And if you were at school right now, I'd say take out your imaginary glue bottles and glue your toes and your ankles and your knees, and then hop like a kangaroo on 2 feet. Again, you want to be balanced. You want to be in control. So again, maybe move the chairs around in your house or apartment and make yourself a little course. Okay? Doesn't have to be fast, has to be in control. Leaping. What's a leap? What animals leap? Deer leap, antelope leap. Leaping is when you're going from one foot to the other. So if I take off on this foot, I'm going to land on that foot. It's hard to do slowly. It's kind of like big steps, all right? But you're leaping. Then you can take another step and leap. All right, so you're landing on the opposite foot. So I want you to practice those things this week, every day, and continue practicing those things throughout the year. So you can build up strength and endurance, means your muscles are getting strong and you can do it for a long time with control. All right, second thing we're going to work on today is throwing an object. If you were here at school, we'd have a variety of balls and things to throw. You might have those at home. I'm going to show you a couple things some of the things that I could use. My handy dandy pair of socks that my mom just washed. I do the laundry at my house, so a pair of socks. Clean is preferable. You could use a roll of tape. That could be your throwing object. Maybe your throwing object is your favorite or least favorite stuffed animal. You might have a Beanie Baby. I've got a beanbag. That might be your throwing object. Or you might have a tennis ball or some other kind of ball. So boys and girls, don't go, I can't throw anything because I don't have a ball. No, you can throw other things. Just make sure that you're being safe. Ask your mom and dad, create a safe area. And that's one thing I wanted to remind you of. When you're doing PE at home, if you're inside, if you're outside, you probably have a safe space, but make sure you're not near cars, whatever. But when you're in the house, create a safe space around you. You don't want to be bumping into the dining room table or the coffee table or the television or those kinds of things. So make sure you've created a safe space, all right? All right, so I've got my throwing objects. We're going to throw underhand today. It's always good to have a target. A target means you're throwing it to or at someone. So your target might be your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your cousin, not your dog, not your cat, not the fishbowl. Those are not good targets. All right? Or it could be a box or something like that. So I'm just going to show you some of the targets that I'm going to use here in the classroom. We've got just a plain box. Got a milk crate. Sometimes people have these at home. Okay? I'm going to put out this big glass jar. Probably not the best thing to throw in, but I've got some soft things. Maybe a pot, a big pot that you boil water in. Again, ask your parents, all right? So those are my targets, the thing I'm going to try to throw my object into. So I'm going to just bring all my objects over to here. You take a couple of steps back. All right, I'm going to set my pile down. When you're throwing underhand, boys and girls, you're going to step. I'm holding the ball in my right hand. Usually your throwing hand is the hand you hold your pencil or crayon or marker with, paintbrush. I'm going to step with my opposite foot. Look at what my hand just did. It came back. So I'm looking at my target, which is the camera right now. I'm stepping, and as I step, my hand comes back. I keep looking at my target, and I'm actually going to throw my ball towards my target right now. All right? I hit my target, which is the person who is holding my camera. So now I'm going to show you sideways. At home, you can pick up your roll of tape. As I step forward, my arm comes back, and I'm just going to do a gentle toss. Okay? Easy. Going to take my favorite stuffed animal. Okay? Just a gentle toss. And try for the middle one. I made my target. One thing when you're throwing something to somebody or to an object or at something, you want to make sure you're using your eyes, boys and girls. You've got to look at your object. Okay? So the reason the tape went in there because I was looking at the jar. The giraffe landed in the box because I was looking at it. The other thing is when you let go, your hand is up like this, pointing at your target. Don't have your hand funny, pointing out. If I do this, woo, look at it, goes off to the side. My target was the camera, didn't go to the camera. So now I'm going to pick up my bean bag. And again, as I step forward, my arm goes back, and I toss. So boys and girls, what I'm asking you to do this week is really focus on getting to hit the target. Whether that's your parent, your brother, your sister, they're catching it, or a box, or a trash can lid or something. Step forward, reach back, and throw. Look at your target. I didn't make it that time. You might not make it each time, but that's our goal, is to be accurate. Accurate means we're making it. All right, our fitness focus this week is jumping jacks. Let me show you what a jumping jacks is. You stand up like this, and you go out, together, out, together, out, together. That's a jumping jack. You're working on that this week. All right, our health focus this week. Healthy mouths are healthy bodies. Boys and girls, I know at home maybe some of you aren't brushing your teeth as often as you did when you were at school. But let me tell you something. It's so important to brush your teeth several times a day. When you eat your food, the little food particles that are left in your mouth, and there always are, whether it is a peach or a chip or a hot dog, they get stuck in there. And then there's things in your mouth called bacteria. Bacteria are alive. And the bacteria, they're like, woohoo, party in the mouth. And they're going around and they're eating all that stuff you left behind. And like any living thing, they got to get rid of their waste. It's poop, all right? They get rid of it. And it's there in your mouth. And that's what makes your breath smell badly. And it's also what stays on your teeth and makes your teeth decay or get cavities. The other thing it can do is it can bother or cause problems with your gums, that part where your tooth is attached to your mouth. I'm not going to stick my fingers in my mouth. Okay? And that can affect your heart, your blood, your gut. It can make you feel depressed or sad because we're not healthy. So a healthy mouth is a healthy body. So boys and girls, make sure you're brushing your teeth when you wake up in the morning, after you eat breakfast, after you eat lunch, and before you go to bed. Healthy mouths are healthy bodies. All right, so for your activity this week, make sure you go to your Seesaw PE classroom. The activity will be posted. This video will be posted so you can look at it again. I'm going to be assessing you or giving you a grade. Okay, we're going to start with a plus. Plus means you are doing it like a 5th or 6th grader. You are way advanced for your age. Check means you're hopping, jumping, and leaping with control, and you're throwing an object underhand with accuracy. Good job. Minus means you kind of understand what hopping is, but you're wobbly. Or you kind of understand what what throwing is, but too often you step with the same foot or you're not hitting your target. And 0 means you did not do the homework I assigned you. So boys and girls, have fun this week. We are Tiger Strong. Go get them, Tigers!